Good morning, children. In this video, we are going to study about the objectives of public enterprises. So, what are the main motive, or you can say, why does this public enterprises exist? Right? So, basically, this public sector enterprises are being started up or are being operated to gain control of the, you can say, the heights of the economy, as well as to promote development. Because you know that public sector enterprises not only work for profit motive, their sole motive is to provide your social welfare rather than profit. And thirdly, they also uses the surplus of their commercial organization for the further development of the organization. So these are the basic motive behind the setup of this public enterprises. Now let's talk about objectives. The first objective is economic development. Please make a note of it that you have to learn any 5 points out of these. Here we'll be studying about 10 points, but you have to just learn only 5. So, economic development. Public enterprises were set up to increase the economic development in a country. How they can increase the economic development? With the help of rapid industrialization. If the industrialization will increase, the infrastructural facility will increase. If the infrastructural facility will increase, then automatically development will take place. Okay. Second is self-reliance. Another aim of this public sector enterprises to make our country a self-reliant country. Means they want to produce such goods and services which will be beneficial for the economy. For example, they want to build up their own transportation, own communication, own energy, and so on, so that they don't need any other's help and they can make the country as the self-reliant. Third is development of backward areas. As you know, if rapid industrialization takes place, if you can say industries grows in a backward areas, then this will reduce the imbalance in the economy, as well as you can say a balanced development will take place between different areas of the country. Apart from this, they also focus on employment generation. You know that unemployment is one of the most, you can say, major problem of our country. It is the most serious problem. Now, how can this problem be reduced? By providing employment to millions and millions of unemployed people. Now, what they have to do? They have to set up an industry. They have to generate employment for the people. Next is economic surplus. Public enterprises generate and mobilize surplus for reinvestment. Means whatever surplus they are gaining, whatever money they are earning, they are reinvesting it for the development of the people, for the development of the economy. So basically the surplus are again motivated or molded towards the development only. Next is egalitarian society. An important objective of public enterprises is to prevent the concentration of economic power and growth of monopolies. You know that what do you mean by monopoly? Monopoly is the power of a single person or a single seller. If the private enterprises are grown, if the private enterprises are set up, then they will try to control the economy. So to make it as an egalitarian society, to make it as an equal society, an equitable distribution of goods and services, the growth of public enterprises are compulsory. Next is consumer welfare. You know that basically public sector enterprises work for the welfare of the society. They do not exploit consumers for their own benefit. They try to provide quality goods at the reasonable prices to the people so that they can consume those goods and services and their standard of living will increase. Next is public utilities. Basically, public sector enterprises operate in these, you can say, segment where they provide public utilities or public benefits to the people. For example, you can say water supply, gas, electricity, transport, and so on, where they are working for the benefit of the majority of the people. Next is defense. Government has to set up public enterprises for the production of defense equipments. Supply of such equipments cannot be trusted on private sector. So government have to set up or has to set up their own segment to produce this defense equipments to promote secrecy. The last one is labor welfare. You know that public enterprises serve as a model for their employees because they look after the welfare and the social security of their employees, because they need their employees to be happy and safe in their working. They also provide township for the residents, schools, colleges for their children, and even hospitals for their medical facilities. So they look after the benefits of their laborers as well. Is it clear? So these are the objectives of the public enterprises. In our next class, we'll be studying about the role and rationale of public enterprises. That's all for today. Hope you have a nice day. Thank you. Bye-bye.